Okay, so this is proclamation and prophetic. The box is the Jubilee service and the seminary. That's the proclamation part. And then all the works, Jubilee services, the trucking company, all that stuff is the prophetic actions. And that's starting the city renewal and developing real community, and it requires reunification of the church. And we're creating an alternative city using the funds from the city, and starting with the foolishness of the weak. And up here, there's three populations that we're seeing as our community, our audience. The general population at First Free, which is the little black circle in the green box, the Zoomers, trying to get them engaged, and then the larger community of St. Louis, which we're kind of right now defining as younger pastors in St. Louis, younger white Christians, people by invitation to probably a symposium, and trying to create, make sure we're creating next steps, pathways. And really what's happening down in in the neighborhood is there's a broader community, and there's a little discipleship community called Jubilee, and they're creating social spaces to gather people and create fishing pools. And those fishing pools are like meeting real needs, like how to dress, how to get a job. And there's a problem we have to really be clear about defining, which we think we may have defined. And that the symposium is exposing that problem and creating a follow-up action steps for people. And that the problem ultimately is for A, B, and C, that there's barriers to kingdom bringing or living by this new ecclesia. And that generally, from the white church perspective, we live in a world of cognitive dissonance. We don't understand, we don't understand. And we have no relationships with people of color. And we have no language, common language to talk about this. We're left with the language of the culture, which is getting us absolutely nowhere. And that cognitive dissonance also happens within the black church as well, but I'm not talking to them, I'm talking to the white guys. And there's a renewal movement that started 25 years ago because there were two guys that God brought together, and they almost cracked. But some new movement has been started, and it isn't going to be the same as what got them here. And you are an obstacle, and we got to give them actions, which we think may be maybe taking them, having them watch Jubilee's Black History Month and creating those discussion debrief points, and also giving these guys some handles of things to read and do. So that's what we got. And I'm gonna go around this other side because we need to erase this so we don't get caught. And this was our idea, that there's 300,000 in benevolence that's sitting around trying to find something to do.
Take a breath.
And there's lots of rules on that money, and they're so rule bound they can't do anything with it. Oh my God, Lord help us. Save us, Lord. It has to be given to individuals. What was this? Black. I don't remember. Oh, but there's addicts that were in the city, and they're now working to give them job training, ultimately have a relationship with SmartPack to get them jobs. So there's a
Black Friday.
Oh yeah, Black Friday.
Giveaway, the saving Black Friday, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. So
Take
yeah,
back-
so
Take back the Advent.
yeah,
Take
so
back-
Or
yeah,
take back Black Friday.
yeah. So Black Friday is not to be confused with Black History Month.
Right.
So Black Friday is First Free raises money to as an Advent conspiracy, and so that may be another way to draw in resources. The other would be other business owners who could move money and to support Jubilee's loan efforts and move money to Midwest Bank. And we wondered if this money could be moved to Midwest Bank. And we came up with this idea of creating AK community, which I don't remember what that is, but First Free Benevolence and Jubilee Benevolence creates a separate diaconate where they are giving individuals direct, because that's First Free's restriction, but to take some of that 300,000 and take 50,000 as a start, as seed money, to say, go try and see what happens, and give it to that group. And that group of deacons might be giving these kinds of people money to start a bank account with 2 signatures as they learn how to handle money, because they're going to start earning money and providing for themselves through work. And this is how we started. Steve and Beth and Andy and Debbie have had a relationship for 20 plus years. And through that, also Leroy and Dr. Moore on Andy's side, and Frank and Paul on our side. And then we brought in all these other people by invitation to Black History Month. And that was the on-ramp for a lot of people to start having new language.